Hi viewers, we are going to learn about the poem Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. Robert Frost is one of the leading modern American poets. He was born in the USA on 26th March 1874. He struggled a lot in his early days of life when he lost his father. His collection of poems got worldwide fame for its simplicity and depth of thought with modern approach. He passed away in 1963. Robert Frost's poems Fire and Ice expresses the profound idea that the world would end in two ways, either by ice or fire. Both the components are compared with self-destructing human emotions, which are hatred and desire. Similarly, he thinks fire and ice both are just as competent in bringing the world to a catastrophic end. One group of opinions say that the earth core will get so heated up that it would lead to fire, destroying the earth's surface. On the other hand, the second group says if the temperature goes down to an extent that makes life on earth impossible, it would have the same catastrophic effect. The poet then compares fire and ice with the destructive features of human emotions that are desire and hatred. He says that from what he is aware about fiery desires, he would favor the ones who say that it would be fire. By saying so, he brings about the idea that human beings let their emotions rule them, and the consequence of unmonitored longing is chaos. Then, by not waving off the first option of fire, he considers if the world has to expire twice, ice would be equally competent in ending it. He brings about a contrast between ice and hatred. The human capability of insensitivity and hatred has the potential for inner destruction. Though slow and steady, it has the same effect that desire has on us. So, if given an option between fire and ice would be just as good as fire to destroy the world. This article about the fire and ice summary, the poet Robert Frost presents two opposite views about end of humanity and the world. He discusses these two possibilities which will be the reason for the end of the world. One such possibility is the world ending in flames of fire. It is so because when he ponders over the burning flames of desires of people, these will definitely hurl the world into another nuclear war, and hence it will burn up the entire world in flames. The second possibility for the end of the world is due to the ice. The poet has a strong feeling that people have so much hatred in their hearts against each other that it will be sufficient to freeze the entire planet towards death. So, the fire due to evil desires and ice of wicked hatred are the two opposite opinions enough to destroy the world. The poet is very much sure of the destruction of humanity someday. He is talking about the two different beliefs regarding the end of this world. These are on the basis of the sayings of people. The poet says he is in favor of those people who say this world will end in fire. This is because he has been the effect and result of uncontrolled and unending desire over the life of human beings. He finds that human evil desires are similar to the fire in its nature. So, this fire may become a big reason to destroy humankind and this world too. On the other hand, the second belief in this regard says that ice is also sufficient for destroying this world. Here, the poet compares the nature of ice with hatred feelings of humans with other humans. As ice can make the body numb with its prolonged contact, similarly, hatred can also give the numbness to our mind and thoughts, and hence it can make us insensitive and cruel. Such cruelty towards humanity will be more responsible for the destruction of the world compared to the desire. The speaker brings us all into the middle of the argument between the two different categories of the people. One who thinks that the world will come to a fiery end, and the other people who think the world will freeze, resulting to the end. Poet is possibly talking about the literal end of the world, but he has also experienced the other extreme end. This is about colder emotions like hate, which have greater destructive power. It is a common fact that love gets all the publicity, whereas hate is the silent killer. It may not have the same effect as the fireball ending, but it will do the trick. Only love, equality, mutual understanding, and sympathy for one and all can help in establishing peace on earth. Both fire and ice can bring probable end of the world. Fire presents desire. Fire represents desire and therefore can be cause of the end of the world. Ice represents the coolness and indifference towards one another can bring an end to this world. Viewers, we learn from the poem is human emotions are destructive and has two possible forms to end the world.